we did not get a chance to talk to you after the spring game. What was that experience like for you to be back playing in Scott Stadium, particularly having your brother here with you?
It was a emotional roller coaster to say the least. I didn't really know what to expect emotionally walking into the stadium, but just being hit with a ball of emotions, I couldn't really explain them. But I know I did feel blessed in that moment, walking on the field, and when I first, touched the field and got to play, it, I just felt free from, my mind and, thinking about, what's going on in the circumstances I'm in. It was a lot easier just to, play ball, and that's what I felt during the spring game. And once again, I must say I felt blessed because months before I was stuck in a hospital bed, and I didn't know what to expect. So yes, blessed.
And also, if you could identify yourself and your media organization for Mike, that'd be great.
Hey, Mike, Hank Kurz with the Associated Press. There's obviously a lot of tribute element to this season. How do you guys measure making sure that you don't allow the results to, I don't know, quantify or qualify how good the tribute is?
That's a question I thought about before, and my answer to it is just trusting that us being here and being able to play again and touch the field and just come together as a team is doing their legacy justice in itself. We don't have to go out and try to overdo ourselves or overwork or go undefeated or win a championship just to justify their legacy. I think just us showing up, waking up every day, and returning to practice, returning to the field and the locker rooms, and just continuing to be a team, in their honor is doing their legacy really well in itself. So we don't have to try to overdo anything on the field to compensate for their legacy.
And it seemed like from the very beginning when this happened, spirituality in your family and in you has been a big part of your healing and recovery and all that stuff. Can you address that a little bit?
Yes. But without God, I wouldn't be here today. And that's as clear to me now as it's ever been. It's just a feeling you have knowing He has His hand in your life, and just believing that I'm here for a reason after everything that happened, and just instilling that His work in me, trying to instill that into the team a little bit. Just anything from like prayer groups or just checking in on my teammates, just knowing that how good it feels to know you're not alone in any situation. So just checking in here and there with my teammates and my friends and family, just knowing how far that goes.
Nathan Waters with the Virginia Pilot. The touchdown in the spring game, your teammates were just so excited to see you break the goal line. I'm just kind of curious in terms of your recovery. What did that mean for you? Was there any kind of confirmation, hey, I'm back at that point? Like, how did you feel?
I don't know. That moment was special. It was a moment I never thought I would experience again. I don't know, like I've said in the past, I never really questioned my physical ability coming back. Never really questioned if I would, be able to play football again. It was more of, that feeling that, reaching the end zone again gave me in such a sad time. Just knowing how powerful the game could be and helping me to move forward, with everything going on. And I don't know, just having my team there, my little brother there in the end zone, it meant the world to me.
Hey, Mike. Mike Barber, Richmond Times-Dispatch. Do you get a sense from this coaching staff of their plan at the position in terms of, are they looking for a bell cow, a guy to carry 25, 30 times? You got a lot of backs. Is there going to be a lot of rotation? Do you have a sense of what the plan might be?
Not yet. Camp is next week, so I'm not sure at all. I just know what I know is we're going in and we're all going to go compete. Um, even if coach says there'll be a rotation or there'll be a bell cow, we're going to compete like no other. We're going to compete like we are the bell cow. So I don't really know and I don't want to put anything out there because I honestly don't know. I just know we have a deep room and we're connected, and it's a brotherhood in the room and around the team as well. Um, and I don't know. I just know it's going to be a show coming from the running back room every game.
And what might Kobe Pace add to your group? What have you seen from him?
Oh, Kobe's a great guy. He is a great addition to our room. I wouldn't want you want a different guy at it. He's coming from Clemson, and he knew Coach E, was coached by Coach E, and Malcolm Green as well. So just bringing those guys into the team, they seem to fit pretty well. And I'm looking forward to camp and seeing them, actually, seeing how well they mold to the team and to the offense and the defense. But I'm excited.
Hey, Mike, Greg Medea, Charlottesville Daily Progress. I'm just wondering, your performance in the spring game, did it give you any confidence going into the summer, and how has your summer been?
It gave me motivation going into the summer and into fall camp. Just knowing that I was just getting back, well, not even close to where I was before the incident, size-wise, conditioning, and just overall confidence with the ball in my hands. I just wasn't there yet. So it just gave me motivation for this summer and for this fall camp, because I have not a lot at all to prove to anyone, more to myself. Just knowing that I was able to move forward and still, live out my dream, in spite of, everything thrown my way. So just that being my driver has, brought me to this point now after spring, and I'm just looking forward to, keep getting more confident, confidence in my ability and pushing further than where I was before the incident.
Andrea Adelson, ESPN.com. Mike, in the spring, you talked about keeping your teammates' flame lit throughout the course of what you're doing and the season. Mm-hmm. How has your motivation changed headed into this year, given everything that's happened?
I think you said it well. It's so much bigger than me now. It's football as a whole has kind of shrunk. And when I say that, it's like football is a vehicle to so many other avenues in my eyes now. It's not the end-all, be-all, and it can't be. So now I'm just looking at football as, yes, it is my dream, but how many other ways can I use it to better myself off the field? Because on the field comes easy to everyone who's made it to a Division I college. It's what you've been doing. It's how you got here. I think what separates is, how you can better yourself not only on the field but off the field as well, because you only have 48 games in your career, practices every few months, but those times off the field outnumber the times you get to actually have a ball in your hand. So just a complete change of perspective for this season. Just wondering how I can build deeper connections with my teammates and my professors and the people who are here to support me. How can I show gratitude and appreciation? And all of that has been keeping me motivated every day.
And who do you feel like you're playing for going into this year?
Other than God and myself and my family, the entire community of Charlottesville. I feel like we've all been through something, very traumatic. And, I made it out the other end, and, people are inevitably looking at me just to see, how I turn out. But I would say I'm doing better. Not great yet, but better. And I plan to keep getting better with the help of the Lord. But yeah, I'm playing for God, my family, and the city of Charlottesville this upcoming season.
Hey, Mike, back here. What did the spring kind of show you about yourself as a player?
I think it showed me that honestly anything is possible, and I believe that the mind is very powerful as well. Just not knowing, if you still had the same ability if you did in the past could make you not even want to play the game, not even want to, attend things, practices, workouts. Basically, you just lose your drive, you lose your determination. And through that, I've obviously had those days where I didn't think I wanted to, continue. But, moving throughout the spring, every day, waking up and making a decision to, I'll show up for my teammates today. Show up for myself first, and then show up for my teammates. It's just showed me that I could be resilient under tough circumstances, and it just that's really what this spring was all about, just resilience. Because like I said, I had to wake up every day and make a decision. It could have been easy, and everyone would have been okay with me not playing this season, or sitting out, or finding a way to just be a part of the team but not actually participate. But me getting up and getting into the weight room when I didn't feel like it, or when I was sore, or when I was like 20 pounds lighter, just having that determination to get back to where I was, it really stood out from this spring.
And obviously, the trials of being a dog parent from what you had to do this morning, but just what has that experience been like, adopting a dog, and then also the decision to name it after Deshaun?
Man, it's been one of my best decisions yet. She's truly, emotional support. She's there just for the loving. And I just love having a responsibility besides school and football to really take my mind off of things. Someone who doesn't judge, she's always there. And just naming it after Deshaun is just a constant reminder of, the calm and loving person he was. And I don't know, just raising her it's been a blessing for me.
Mike, Jermaine Farrell, WFXR in Roanoke. Just wanted to ask you, obviously Paris Jones spoke glowingly about you during the ACC kickoff, your roommate. What has he personally meant to you during this whole time?
Man, I think everyone played a special role. I can't lay a finger on exactly what everyone meant to me, but I just know I wouldn't be here without, people like Paris, teammates like Paris. Just being the right support at the right time, because there's no rule book to supporting someone who's been through a traumatic experience. There's no right thing to say, or so I just have to give him his flowers for just being there in the proper context, always, never overstepping, and just showing that he cares. Because that's all you really can do. You can't, flip a switch and everything's changed, or, just say the right words to make me feel 100% better. So I just think he, does a great job of being a good teammate and roommate as well, and a good friend. No problem.
Mike, the running game last season was not as productive as you had hoped it would be, in part because the offensive line was so inexperienced. There's been some more turnover in that group. There's some new faces. Is it realistic to think that the O-line will be better this season? And if so, what gives you confidence that'll happen?
I do think we'll be a better team as a whole this season. Um, just experience. It's crazy what 1 year of experience under your belt can do. Um, experience playing on the field, and I believe that we'll excel in the run game. Um, Even if that means a few yards better than last year, we'll increase. And I have confidence that our O line with the implementations and the experience will have a better camaraderie and better execution this season.
Mike, you said you're doing better, but not great. And you've obviously had a lot of support from your coaches and your teammates. I'm wondering if you feel like you can get back to your old self at some point, or if this is a new normal you're having to figure out how to navigate.
Well, I definitely won't ever return to my old self. I'll always, be carrying, something with me. It's just learning how to carry it in the way that best fits you and your circumstances, if that makes any sense. You'll never find the proper way, to carry such a traumatic experience. It'll always weigh on you. You'll always wake up and, well, there'll never be a day where you won't remember it or, feel something missing from your heart when thinking about it. So just learning to accept that it will be a lifelong journey. It's not something that comes easy. I just thank the Lord for allowing me to, carry it as it looks gracefully, but it's not at all. It's just a constant battle of, just acceptance, really.
You also said people would have understood if you just stopped playing and didn't play again. Why did you decide to play again? What inside you allowed you to do that?
I don't know. I just feel like enough was already taken from me. So I just wasn't going to let football be, taken from me as well. Simple.
Yeah, Mike, Andrew Ranspacker, UVA today. Obviously a lot has been made about your return to football, getting back on the field. But you just mentioned about your professors and kind of getting back with them. What has it been like to get back in the classroom? Obviously, you're pursuing now your master's that you get here, or hopefully in December. You already got a couple of other, or you double major, got your bachelor's degree. Did everything that happened also put in perspective the value of getting your degree from this particular university?
Oh, definitely. It never felt like more of, that I was called here, because I can remember going through the recruiting process and, having a lot of more options than most high school athletes. And just 2 years into coming to UVA, just not understanding why I truly, or just questioning. I already knew I picked it for the education, but I just, you just question in your second year of college, if you made the right decision. And, come November, it was just like I could have picked anywhere to go play football, but I didn't want to just be remembered as, just a football player, because I knew it was just a short time in your life. And just coming here to UVA and, earning those degrees and now getting my master's is just confirmation that I made the right decision. And just, seeing how, life can be changed in such a split second. And how, things can be taken. It made me a lot more grateful, for my decision and for coming here and getting a UVA degree.
Mike mentioned what your master's.
Oh, my master's is in higher education.
What was it like getting back in the classroom?
Oh, getting back in the classroom it was exciting, because I was getting a piece of my normalcy back, but as you can expect, you would get the people staring and the obvious questions and the nosy ones who want to know a little bit too much. But navigating that was it took some time, and I had to talk to some people here around the facility on how should I respond if I wasn't feeling up to it one day, or if I wasn't in the mood one day. How do I be respectful? Because in those moments I never wanted to disrespect anyone, no matter what I went through. So just trying to figure out how to navigate those areas was the biggest struggle for me. But I will say, my professors in the grad program were very understanding, and they accommodated me, based on my circumstances, pretty well. And I'm blessed to be back, in the classroom and on the field.
Hi, Mike. Katie Ratliff, Steville Weekly. I was just wondering, how was your summer, both in terms of training and just personally?
I would say I had a lot more growth off the field than on the field, mentally. Just finally being able to, uncover some emotions that I stowed away for spring ball, things that I set to the side so I can lock in and focus on, practice and, just the team. So in the summer, it was a lot more just workouts, class, and you have a lot more free time to just reflect and think. So it's just been a lot more with a lot more time to think, I feel like I've, come to understand my emotions a lot more. And training-wise, it's been hot, fun. I see my body returning to, where I used to be. Even if my weight isn't there, I feel like I don't really think that matters as much now. Because my mindset's different and my motivation is different. So I feel, excited about, the summer, how the summer went.
Awesome. And how are you feeling? Do you feel like that's carrying over for how you're feeling physically and mentally going into fall camp?
Oh yes, I'm definitely excited for fall camp. It's going to be a emotional season. But I think I see this team moving forward. I see the team and the coaches bonding, and I don't know. I'm excited for this camp. I'm excited for what this season holds. Not just for this team, but just for the city, the university, because we need football right now. I feel I don't know. It does something to the atmosphere, just the whole camaraderie of the university or campus or grounds. It's just it'll uplift the three we lost just by seeing them up on the big screen, or just being in a football game. People will be remembering them. So I'm excited.
Hey, Mike, as a veteran, your perspective changes, but then perspective changed for everybody last year. How has that changed your position with the team, kind of as a guy maybe people come to, or just kind of leadership and maybe beyond leadership?
Well, this it was pretty unexpected, everything that happened. So it was kind of like, I'm an inspiration and I'm a hero in some people's eyes, and it's for something that I didn't ask for to happen. Like, I didn't ask for any of it, so it's kind of a weird feeling, being looked up to for something you didn't ask for to happen to you. It's something that you would take back in a heartbeat. So I don't know. It definitely is a blessing. It's a blessing to have people look up to me and ask me questions and feel inspired by my story and my testimony. But I got to stop myself from overthinking sometimes because I didn't ask for, these circumstances. I didn't ask for you to look up or to be a hero in eyes for such a, traumatic experience because I would never wish this on my worst enemy, no matter, how bad they want it to be, an inspiration to someone. But it comes with it, and with my support system and the Lord I'm making it happen, and I'm learning to see that that God puts you through things and gives you certain tasks because He knows you can handle it. But not only that, He knows that you're the perfect vessel to carry on His story and what He did in your testimony, and that's what I'm leaning on, just sharing my my faith, my where I get my motivation from, with as many people as possible, because I know I wouldn't be here, alone or with the help of the Lord or my teammates, support system, my family and things like that.
Wait, can I ask one more follow? You mentioned how hot it's been, and when you guys are grinding and sweating and all that stuff, how much do you bring up those three guys in those moments?
I would be lying to say that I didn't. I never thought of them, and I would also be lying if I said I didn't think my teammates thought of them. It's or my coaches, or everyone in the facility. I think that when times get hard, everyone thinks of them and finds a way to push through. People in the community or working in the office on campus, like when the day gets hard, that's who you think about. That's where you get your motivation, your drive from. And if you don't, then I don't know, your mind's in the wrong place, because that's the perfect source. There is no better source to drive you forward than three people that you love so deeply who were taken. So yeah, I have wristbands on. I keep them on. I never take them off. So they do stand as a source of strength for me and a place where I can always pull from.
Tom over here, and then Mike.
Hey, Mike. Tom Shad with USA Today. Piggybacking off of Andrew's question, when did you decide, or was there a moment where you knew emotionally that you were ready to come back? And then I guess physically, do you consider yourself 100% now? Are there any physical issues from, I guess, what happened in November that you're still dealing with?
Yes, I'm 100%. And I would say, me being me, I was ready to come back to the field as soon as I got all the staples and stitches out. I was ready to come back to the facility and do something to take my mind off of things. But I honestly wasn't ready until I think mid-spring, something like that, or halfway through spring. Because the physical part was the easy part. Like I said, it's you have to get your mind right. Your mind state has to be in a good place to come out and lock in for 2 hours, and be a leader, be that guy that people ask questions and look up to, and just hold it together really. So it took me a while. It was hard to come into these same walls in the same locker room after seeing what I saw. So. Yeah, it was tough, but I say about halfway through spring, I started to, really get my confidence back, and yeah, and I'm 100%. I think I said that.
Mike, you've referenced a few times the body weight. How low did your weight get down to? What are you at now, and what have you done to kind of build back up?
I think I got down to 180 or something like that, 185. I was 208, 207, somewhere in there before everything happened. Right now I'm back to about 204, 205, and I want to stay there, feeling really good, and just feeling blessed. I don't remember the other part of your question.
Did the doctors give you anything special to build back up?
Yeah, just nutritionists, the team nutritionists here. just getting in with them and Coach Smo, the coaching staff, strength staff, just believing in me and giving me the ability to believe in myself. Because like I said, it wasn't the physical part was by far the easiest part and forever will be. So I wasn't really worried about my weight, my body weight, or my strength returning, because I knew if I stayed consistent, and just trusted, the trainers, the nutritionists and the strength staff, that I would eventually return to where I once was. And yeah, that's how I got back. Consistency.
Mike, fall practice is obviously about to start, and so does the countdown to the first game of the season. How do you think you'll feel standing on that sideline against Tennessee to get the season underway?
I can only imagine the emotions that'll be flowing through my body. I literally can't. I don't have no words, because the spring game, it hit me like a sack of rocks, and I didn't expect it at all. So I can only imagine. I'm ready, though. I'm ready for it. I know I need to go through it. I can't go around it. I have to, go face it head on. And I'm excited. I'm excited for it. Just the opportunity to, add a little gas to their flame at the start of the season, and then come right back for the home game, in their honor. I don't see a way that this season can be a failure, no matter the record, no matter the ending, no matter anything, as long as we go out there and play. And like the first question I was asked, we're doing their legacy justice. Because we're here. I mean, like I said, we don't have to be. No one would, say you're wrong for saying I want to sit the season out, because I just haven't recovered. So just showing up is enough, and I believe that it's enough for them, just to see us showing up.